So, apparently, there's a way to get past that invisible monster that killed me in the last part. So, hey, let's do it! At least I'm going to test. Apparently, you have to do things in a specific order. Apparently, I did them in the right order, but then you have to knife the invisible monster that killed me last time. If you're watching this video, you should probably watch the one I did first. Or play it yourself, really. Anyways, I'm just going to kind of rush to this beginning section. I could have worn Leon. So there was some costume options, as in there was the 3.5 costume, Resident Evil 4 costume. I probably could have worn the Resident Evil 4 costume just for a bit of diversity, but, you know, whatever. Also, I should mention, I slept right after I finished. Yeah, good old moan. Right after I finished playing the original thing, and then I kind of went immediately back to sleep. You can't walk while knifing, so let me just do what I can over here. Zombie is way over there, bud. No, you see the rest of the house over there. Missed. I don't even really know if you have ammo, but let me try this. I want to see if you can melee him. No, you cannot. What a foolish idea for myself. Alright, let's see if we just get the final headshot. You move so slow in the aiming, I'm used to it being faster. But hey, we did it. Let's investigate his corpse.
A victim to the T-virus. No wounds. Better write this in my diary.
Yeah, you better do that, Leon. You know the diary he's always had on hand. Anyways, the mirror is broken. Anyways, with that out of the way, we just run on back, and now our diary is going to be in the main hall, because that's how diaries work. They flutter in down from main hallway doorway windows. It's actually a pretty creepy shot, I'm not going to lie. To be honest, this demo does a lot of little nice, little creepy teaches that make it little touches. I cannot talk right now. I was like, wait, did I just see? Whatever. Pick up the diary page. Leon's all, this is a piece of my diary. That, or he's just gonna look at the floor for a bit. Very nice floor looking. Very, very good job, Leon. Oh, it says yours truly earlier. Sorry. So now that I'm maybe a little bit less sleep deprived, and hopefully
this is a page from my diary.
You don't say, Mr. Kennedy. Let's go upstairs and do our window checking. By window, I mean mirror. I honestly, I'm hoping that there's a bit more than nothing when we get past the invisible monster. But I'm here to check. We get into the corpse. We can check out the window. Why am I saying window? It's a goddamn mirror. It's like the whole thing where you want to say ladder, but you say stairs, or vice versa. It's because they're two kind of similar concepts, but they're not really all that similar at the same time. They just have, you know, because most often they come in similar forms, like, oh, but they do the opposite of what they're supposed to do, a mirror and window. A window lets you see through. A mirror reflects. Alright. However, stairs and ladders, just because, I mean, a ladder is basically portable stairs, but stairs are usually more structurally sound. Oh, I see what I missed the clue there. I thought that when that camera angle played originally, it was trying to show that the note was missing, but now in retrospective, I see it's trying to show that the door had opened. Alright, well, you can honestly rush this pretty quickly if you know what you're doing, so I'm going to do just that. We're almost already halfway there. Just gonna go mess around with a radio. Now give it a second to do its thing. I'm hoping that there's a little bit more. I really wanted to meet the Hook Man. I don't know if we will or won't, but I wanted the possibility to meet him. So apparently when you see the ghost, I guess, in the mirror, you're supposed to sort of judge the distance and knife it. That is what someone mentioned to me. And I was like, okay, not sure. I made a few dorky topics about this in places like NeoGAF and Reddit, so. I also noticed it's been a while since I've recorded. My voice sounds lighter right now. Maybe it's just me. I don't even know. In fact, I kind of noticed I'm speaking lighter. And I didn't really notice it because I haven't recorded in a while, so I did. Maybe there's a reason I'm talking lighter than I usually do. Let's turn off the radio. Oh, I should pay attention to see what pops up behind you once we get to the hallucination version. So in the original Resident Evil 3.5, Leon was supposed to be infected and slowly be turning and slowly be going insane. And whenever the world got all blue, there was an implication of what happened. Is there like some alternate weird supernatural shit going on? Or is Leon just going insane? So I was told, don't interact with the exit door once things turn blue. back. Start off by interacting with said radio. Once we get the radio going, this time I'm also going to pay attention to see what pops up behind me. Let's watch closely. It is like a super long-legged being. I thought I just imagined that, but that is definitely some super long-legged entity. So I probably won't be really too scared unless Chris State's wrestling at me. I'm not expecting until I get to potentially new things. But yeah, now we interact with the doll. Apparently, it works a lot better if I interact with it here. Hopefully, not turned around. A doll that disappears.
A doll?
Yeah. Anyways, finally, we interact with the bedside, and hopefully we don't get killed again. I'll go knife. I'll be very knife careful. I'll try not to get swapped away and dead again. Let's go on out. What for outdoor? Okay, so I'm just gonna be kind of focused for a second. The reason why my focus is coming in is I really don't want to have to run through all these hallways again. I'd rather just experience things. Let's go check you out. So we see a tall, like really long-legged doll behind us.
The missing arm.
Then we just see a doll. Then we see a doll arm. Was the doll before missing an arm? To be honest, I didn't actually fully pay attention. Maybe I should have. There's probably some connection between those things. Oh, tall-legged mannequin. You can see it behind us right now. Oh. Shooting it wasn't the answer. I hoped. So, if you shoot the long-legged doll thing, it kills you.
Resident Evil.
Alright, I'm gonna have to run through it again. That wasn't exactly the intent. So I'm not gonna, I don't want to edit this. Because the Nintendo Switch event happens tonight. I want to watch that. That isn't for a few hours still. But, alright, we'll go through it again. Fine. So don't shoot it. That kills you. At least now I know. Through the Resident Evil 5 Lost in Nightmares hallway, I go again. Missing the fine touch of a body falling up the, you know, I guess you could call it second floor? Foyer? Nah, not really sure. Anyways, shoot zombies. I'm not going to try and melee it this time. I'm just going to try and shoot you dead. I missed. You just take 3 shots and nah, they actually programmed in different types of shots doing more damage. That's good. I was just kind of curious, given I don't really know how much ammo I have. Alright, I just reload. Alright. Die. Guy is
victim to the T
dead.
virus.
Is dead.
No wounds. Better write this in my diary.
Yeah. So he also mentions it's supposedly the T virus. I guess it was in Resident Evil 3.5 it was supposed to be dealing with the progenitor virus, which was later dealt with in Resident Evil 5. Not quite as interestingly, if I can be honest, probably the original idea. Alright, anyways, pick up said diary page. After I find there's the stairs. Yeah, they fixed camera angles. So there was also different camera angle options. Maybe I should have tried a different camera angle set when I was doing this, just see what the difference was, especially since I'm now playing it more than twice. Please let me look at correctly. There's a little bit of finickiness if you do this correctly or not. So I like how Leon writes to himself, apparently.
This is a page from my diary.
Yeah, to come back upstairs. It's like, imagine if you just found a note just to yourself, from yourself, downstairs, just being like, hey babe, come back upstairs. Yours truly. I don't know why I find that so dumbly amusing. Anyways, I'm not sure if you need to investigate the mirror. Maybe you just go on back. But just in case, I notice the mirror is now all fine and dandy. Run on back. There's a mirror. What if I shoot it? Will I die? Nah, I'm fine. I've wasted more bullets in this run than my previous couple runs. Maybe it's because I'm trying to rush it a little bit. We run on back and find out there's no mirror shards. Now the door's open. And we're already halfway there. Let's just rush on down and see what we got to see. So the clue told me to knife, and then maybe shooting wasn't the option. Let me interact with the radio first this time, so I get out of crazy land or something. What I was specifically told was to knife a piece of paper. So I think it's interesting though that shooting the doll or walking into the doll will kill you. It implies, I guess, that has some sort of importance to Leon. I don't know why I'm... So, even though this is a fan project and has no canon in the Resident Evil world, the story is supposed to be based off the original 3.5 story, which we know a bit about because people that had worked on 3.5 came out over the years and talked more about the original plans for 3.5, all that fun stuff. Open this up. I'm not sure... I never really walked down the hallway to the stop exit sign area, so part of me is curious if I even need to, like, turn this off. I've never gone over there, like, walked on that pathway until I've turned this radio off. I'm going to assume turning the radio off is a good thing, though, and maybe is even the trigger point. Regardless, though, I always run by the door, because that looks like it's the door, but it's right there. So, anyways, Resident Evil 3.5... I was saying something, I completely forgot what I was saying. This is going to be like one of the... I feel like this is the sloppiest recording I've done in a long time. That's okay, though. Everyone loves a good old dirty mess. Okay, so... Turning. I guess I'll talk about my life a little bit. I've been really in the development scene. I've been sort of crunching on the development of a few projects of mine. I work on small little dorky horror games. They're not like big deals, but I enjoy working on them, and I want to make it something which I can do for a living, including this YouTube thing. But I've had some... My family has run into a lot of really bad luck in a row. I won't talk too much about it because they don't really like me talking about it. But I'll just say there's been a lot of bad stuff which has happened recently, which is just unfortunate. And some of it is like serious bad stuff, and some of it is just like, come on, this on top of that. Like, examples of the this on top of that, not the serious stuff. Like, our dryer broke down. We don't have the money to replace it. And then our washing machine had an issue at the same time. The most serious one is that we found goddamn black mold growing in our house. That's serious stuff. I don't think we even got rid of it yet, so I guess I should be careful not to die. I'm not making that up either. It's not like a joke. We removed some bags when we were cleaning up the house and found that there was black mold growing on the walls. I was like, oh no. If you don't know what black mold is, it's potentially deadly type of mold. It's not always deadly, but it definitely is potentially deadly. It has definitely killed people. So I guess I should be a little bit careful about that. Anyways, there's been a lot of other stuff going on outside of that, but and more serious stuff than what I just mentioned. Yeah, more serious than mold that can kill you. But anyways, I find the timing to be a little bit funny because Resident Evil 7 is releasing soon and it has a big old mold theme. Yeah, you know, I see mold that could potentially kill me. Where I think, oh, that's like Resident Evil 7. That's just how much of a dork I am, I guess. Alright, let's see if we can do this correctly and not have to replay the demo again. I prefer just to move on. So what's this piece of paper people are talking about? Okay, well, whatever the case. I'll be cautious. See, there is something behind us. I want to see it disappear. Yeah, it disappears when you flip the switch. Okay. So knife carefully. Knife very carefully. Try not to take too many steps forward. Let me knife this window. Nah. I think I know where I need to knife, but I'm worried is I'm going to overstep it or understep it or something. It said knife where the paper is, but is there even a way for you to get close enough to the paper? I'm probably gonna have to read what it said. Oh, that's gonna be great. I'm knifing. You can bet I'm being really careful and knifing right now. I'm just itching my way forward. I don't want to die. Oh, fuck! What? Maybe just don't approach the paper. Okay. I'm gonna read the internet.
Resident Evil.
I wish they. I know why they can't say code Madman, but I wish they could say code Madman. Alright, so give me a second. I'm going to read what they say here. The game borks if you go to the door with the exit sign. Don't even go to the corridor before doing the steps below. You need the radio, doll arm. Then use the knife at the invisible monster. Anyone got... let me check. Does it do anything more? There's also a secondary post on this about something similar, so let me see what it has to say. Okay, let's see. There was a second post claiming something similar. Knife the piece of paper next to the door, then you can enter the door again. Maybe you do it before you enter. I don't know. Knife? I died at the part where I shot the invisible doll mounted on the wall. It can only be seen in the mirror from the inside, but then I died. Knife the piece of paper next to the door. Then you can enter the door again? Alright, I'll try one more time. One more attempt at my life, apparently. Let's see how this plays out. So it says maybe you knife the piece of paper before you go in there? I don't know. Alright, so just book it as we will. This is a serious attempt at doing serious things with my time. Gotta see if I can get past the giant mannequin. I mean, it's not even... You can call it a doll, but I think I said this in the last part. There's not too much difference between a doll and a mannequin. A lot of ways, depending on the doll, I mean, I guess we're talking porcelain dolls and mannequins, but in a lot of ways, a mannequin is basically a doll. Just a bigger doll. I mean, they're not the same. They have different functionality purposes. Sometimes made with different tools. Not to mention there's different types of mannequins, different types of dolls. But, in essence, they're very similar. Write this in my diary.
A victim to the T-virus. No wounds. Better write this in my diary.
I should probably keep a diary. You know, I'm not against a man keeping a diary there. It's just, I feel like I'd probably forget about it eventually. So much to do. I recently got a calendar, and it's been useful. I've been using it to try and keep myself to know when my deadlines are. And in that sense, it's been incredibly useful. Let's go on down there. I said I got it, but it's because I got it for Christmas. And someone was like, Ryan, I think you need a calendar. And I was like, you know what? I think you're right. Let me check down here.
Come back upstairs. Yours truly.
This is a page from my diary.
What's that doing here? No, suddenly that just made me think about Alan Wake. I always pick up your manuscript pages, and they tell you what this didn't really tell you what was going to happen. It told you what you needed to do. There's a big difference there. I'm also going to test the theory to see if you need to even check the mirror, if just entering the room is good enough. Is like, is this good enough, or do I need to check the mirror for the mirror to appear? Nah, it just appears.
Ooh, spooky.
And it's fine. Well, everything's back to normal. I'm running into a wall. That's pretty normal, though. Let's go back downstairs and go right through the door. Leon has got this. Zombie lays out on the ground like he's a carpet. I mean, maybe it was his inspiration. Aspiration to be a goddamn carpet. Who am I to judge, really? Maybe many people in this world would like to be rugs. Anyways, now we wait for it to load to the second area. And then we go downstairs. No need to go back, but you start off facing the door you came from. You gotta admit, that's a little confusing. Alright, so it says knife the piece of paper next to the door. Now, they're obviously maybe not talking about this. I thought this was a piece of paper, but in retrospective, it looks more similar to a book. You also can't really face down with this. You can only kind of face forward. What is the piece of paper? paper. Are you a piece of paper? I know it's just wall texture, but I can dream. Open the door very carefully. So, let me read what it said again, just to make sure I'm understanding this. Knife the piece of paper next to the door, then you can enter the door again. That's what that one says. The other hint is more instructions, but I don't fully follow the instructions. You need to go... This game borks if you go to the door with the exit sign. Don't even go on that corridor before doing the steps below. Radio, doll, doll arm. Then... use the knife at the invisible monster. Well, I've certainly have given this a go. Alright. I don't see, like, the paper next to whatever they're talking about. Also, I am pretty sure that the things don't appear? Maybe they do? Let me try. So I know that you can interact with the radio before you go to the exit sign. Cool. So maybe now once... did I ever go back to the doll area once I interacted with the radio? I don't think so. I guess I'll try. If so, I've been missing something all along. Oh, hey, yeah! I see. So I've just been fucking up this whole time. A doll? Why is it suddenly blue? Oh.
A doll?
Why everything just suddenly turned blue? I don't think this is a good sign. Why did that transition everything? It's not turning off. Well, this is new. Well, is there anything else over there? I like the camera angle. I can definitely mention that. It's not turning off. Maybe he has something he wants to tell somebody. The radio can speak out to the world if it wants to. Radios are meant to say stuff. Probably. Maybe not by themselves. That's a little weird. That was a weird flicker there. Almost I think there was something there. Alright. Doll arm. Oh. Oh wait. I get it. There's a piano song being played through this door. The door won't open? And of course it's Moonlight Sonata, because he earlier says he can't play Moonlight Sonata and all that. The doll arm is not here, though. What am I supposed to do about that? Is this always here? Oh, the doll arm moved. Weird.
The missing arm.
What? Well, that surprised me a little bit. So that's still closed. The door won't open? Huh. I feel like I'm doing some sort of cryptic puzzle. I'm not sure if it's broken or this is like what you're supposed to do, and there's a false end status otherwise. Oh. Oh! The true mirror is reflected. can see everyone's favorite doll monster.
Right over there.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. True monster is reflected. So do I shoot in the mirror? The true mirror is okay. Window to the courtyard. Smell someone out there? No, it's just a texture. I mirror pain and death. There we go.
My arm.
Oh, and that's the Resident Evil. Oh, my arm was bleeding. I was gonna say in Resident Evil 3.5, Leon's arm was supposed to get infected, so interesting. Well, now I know this video is going up on the channel. Okay. Let's now go to the exit. Oh, and the exit door has been opened. Let's go try that.
Walk into
The fog.
Huh.
Resident Evil.
Congratulations, you completed the demo.
Thank you for playing.
Alright, so there is actually more than one ending. I wonder if there's another ending, because the trailer for this showed a Resident Evil 7 demo Easter eggs. Maybe there's some secret somewhere. But anyways, that's 2 endings. Technically 3 if I guess if you count or shooting yourself. Interesting. If there's another ending, which I might dig around, see if there's another ending later, or if there's something else going on, so yeah. Until then, though, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Until next time,
Adieu to all of you.